this is Lady Boulay, and I hope you're having a lovely day. Thank you for your support. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. Thank you for your thumbs up, for your comments, and thank you for sharing the videos. Thank you for all you do to support the channel. And yes, we are commanded to love one another, whether we want to or not, or whether we agree with each other or not. So this is still trending. This woman at Ole Miss being heckled by this white fraternity guys, and this one showing his behind, acting like a monkey. That's in his DNA. Remember now, they were the ones that procreated with the troglodytes, those subhumans, monkey-like people. Africans didn't procreate with those subhumans. So they have that in their DNA. Anything that they don't like about themselves, they try to put it off on us. But it's in them to do that. And that's how come they can't stop doing it. But I want to recap a little bit of what happened. So it's not really clear what she was doing. She clearly was trying to videotape them, I guess, counter-protesting the students that were protesting the war in Gaza. It came out in the media that she is a graduate student at Ole Miss, and somebody said, well, what was she doing going to school down there? Black students go to these PWIs in the South. There are a bunch of black students going to these southern schools. You would be surprised how many. You would have to go to a graduation to see just how many black students are in these southern PWIs. Many of them have scholarships to those schools, and there's no reason why they shouldn't go. I went to the University of Alabama. 3 of my siblings went to the University of Alabama, graduated, and didn't have any problems. But now, I'll hit on that a little bit later, but this is Ole Miss. And this young guy, acting like a monkey, jumping around like a monkey, thought that was cute. He has been applauded by many white people, including a white congressman. So that is the kind of thing that they want to see these young white people doing. The only problem is there are repercussions if they are part of an institution or an organization that doesn't want to be associated with this kind of racist behavior. So that's what this young man has had to learn. He was applauded in many white circles for doing that, but he wasn't applauded in all. He belongs to a national fraternity, and they took action over his behavior, sending out a correspondence and posting it on social media. And the correspondence says, Phi Delta Theta General Headquarters is aware of the video regarding the student protest at the University of Mississippi. The racist actions, and I think it's important that they call it racist. The racist actions in the video were those of an individual and are antithetical to the values of Phi Delta Theta and the Mississippi Alpha chapter. The responsible individual was removed from membership on Friday, May 3rd. So they removed him, they say, from membership. They may have suspended him or they may have expelled him. But these southern universities are at a really critical point because football is very important to their athletic programs. Football holds significant importance for college programs, impacting various aspects of universities. Successful football programs can lead to increased visibility and funding for a university. Alumni, fans, and donors often contribute generously to athletic programs, especially football. Overall, college athletic success, particularly football, is linked to higher donations, student applications, enrollments, and student quality. A lot of the revenue that these colleges operate on is these football teams going to these bowls and being on television, getting sponsorships. They make money off of that. And the University of Mississippi is not going to have a good football team if they don't have good football players. And that means having black players on that team. So they're not just doing this because they're being good and good of heart. This is not necessarily a good of heart gesture. It's a revenue issue. At the University of Alabama, nothing goes down over their racial that they don't handle immediately. The loss of an Alabama football season would cost the University of Alabama and the city of Tuscaloosa $200 million a year. So they're not going to risk losing those good players over somebody wanting to be a racist. There is nothing else to compare with that ongoing revenue. So they don't put up with these racial things because it will have a domino effect. Just like the mayor of Birmingham is trying to get D1 athletes not to go to these anti-DEI colleges. It will make a difference if they can get these students not to go to those colleges. So this is just another pile on. So this young man apparently thinks it's 1955. Now, white people instilled this in their children. The ones you see out here doing stuff like that, he didn't think that up on his own. They instilled that in their children. That's their way of staying in power and staying superior to everybody, especially black people. So I'm very happy that the fraternity took action. I think the school should take action. This is school year is almost up. So really they should have been studying or gone home. But I think the school should do something. And now he's internet famous for being a racist. So that carries a certain amount of punishment too. But again, I'm not going to say anything about the young lady. I didn't approve of her going there and putting herself in the line of fire, even if those students were wrong, which they were. It was no reason for him to try to make it into a racial issue. She was acting on her social conscience, and she should have been able to do that without being ridiculed. And I just hated to see her put herself in the line of fire over something that wasn't going to benefit her or any of her people. So I just didn't approve of her going, but it wasn't my decision. You know, making herself center stage to somebody else's protest, but at the same time, he is not justified in dragging race into it when she didn't drag race into it. She was just trying to support, I guess, the Palestinian situation. We've already discussed how that's not our fight, but if she wants to get in it, she should be able to get in it without being humiliated with some kind of racist act like this. So I'm glad the fraternity took a stand, and I hope the school takes a stand. Okay, let me know what you think about it. Thank you for listening. Subscribe to the channel, give me a thumbs up, leave a comment, share the video, and as always, have a great day.